And with that, we are ready to go. Hello, everybody. It took a second to get all of my little bits all set up and firing correctly. I was busy on another project and had to reset the desk, do the thumbnail, all of the bits and pieces that go into a live stream pretty quickly, but got it done. Today's fun. It's Friday, so I'm painting as part of my Fun Friday. And I'm using something that I got the idea yesterday. I hadn't really thought about what I was going to be doing for sure today. And I will pull them over here. It is the Derwent Inktenses right here. I have a 36 set. I would really like the bigger set, but these are not cheap. And if you look, I've got it linked in the YouTube shopping. If you look at it there, they're not cheap pencils. That is for sure. So don't have a bigger set right now. They did come out with 100 sets. So it's that is my goal, is to someday get the 100 set. I do though also have these little guys, which are little pans. I actually really like these. I didn't think I would. This is the little palette number 1 and little palette number 2. They do not overlap with colors, so that's nice with these. I'm going to be using both the palettes, especially as I start. Also over in the Etsy shop, Grace and Lenny's Etsy shop, I do have a nice little swatch chart that you can get as well and download. It's got a spot where you can do it dry and wet, so you can see how they look both ways when you're using them. I recommend printing it if you get it on watercolor paper. This is just some inexpensive Canson XL. I actually really like the Canson XL for that, and for printing a coloring sheet on and using. Great, super great product for it, especially because the price point's pretty low and it tends to run through my printer decently, so I can do that. Just FYI, if you're curious. Do you know that sometimes your ink may run a little bit? So be prepared for that, but I'm okay. I'm doing this typically for myself, so it's not a huge deal for me to be like, oh, it ran a little, no big deal. I'm trying to get my desk set up well for this today. So I'm using my watercolor block from Blick. I really like these blocks. They're inexpensive, especially in the smaller size. I do also really adore, where are you? I have a different brand that I really like. This is one of my also loves right here. I love this little postcard size as well from the Fluid hot press finish. I'm a hot press girly. I like those a lot as well. I have one block of their cold, and they also have some different sizes there as well. I also have one little thing of Arches paper that's really nice, giant paper, and I'd have to come up with a really good idea to use the giant paper, because number one, it's not that I'm thinking, oh, this is expensive paper, I don't want to mess it up. It's that a large thing for me to paint, that's going to be a time investment the way I paint, so I don't, I have to have a good idea, I'm going to want to do the time to do it. But today, going to be playing with some things, and let me get my fun bits out here. Right here, I've got my circle guide, and then I'm gonna grab another fun little thing that I have here. I've been trying to decide what exactly I wanted to draw. I know my colors, so let's kind of go through colors, what I'm gonna set it up with. I'm gonna be using the mango right here that I will pair with the tangerine when it comes time to start doing details, and also this turquoise right here and fuchsia. So Bright colors, I like bright colors. I also picked the shirt because of it, because it's got little pink flecks. It's got all the little colors that I'm using today in it, and these little flecks. So I did match my shirt to the art I am creating. But I thought it would be fun to do like circles inside of circles today, so a slightly different take on some of the things I normally do. I'm also strongly considering, rather than using ink, well, we're using ink and kind of a thing, but doing a marker on top of the watercolor. I think sometimes that creates a really fun look. So I think that may be the way I go for the details in this. You can see my bright colors right there, playing with lots of brights. This was a watercolor, these were my koi watercolors with the marker on top. Again, a lot of fun. I enjoy getting to do that. And so I may, for the interiors of these, use the watercolor on top. So, that being said, I have several ideas. I haven't committed to any of them. Let's go ahead and start actually putting some lines on the paper, which is always, like, for me, like the most intimidating part are those first couple of lines, like you have to commit. And I love doing circles, so my circles are gonna be fuchsia. Then I'm gonna have some details in orange on a cyan background, kind of, well, the turquoise background. That is the thought that I want to do. Kind of had an idea last night with some like mental pictures of what that might look like, and I was like, I really like this. Let's go for it. So let's get. I've got a fuchsia pencil, so that is and they are color matched. So we will start there with that beautiful fuchsia pencil right here to jump in, and I'm just gonna start making. You gotta decide the size of the circle. I think I'm gonna do big circles because I'm gonna do some, I've got ideas for things inside the circles. Circles and circles. So let's just go ahead and start with some bigger circles. Right there. We'll have this one kind of go off the paper over here. One like towards the middle right there. Okay, there we go. There's a start. Next, I'm gonna nab my tangerine pencil, and this is the part where it's gonna get a little tricky, but that's okay. Because what I wanna do is I wanna create triangles underneath. It's kind of like they're, kind of like these guys are like leaves coming off of it. But I want to do, I don't want them to have hard edges, so what I'll do, I'm just going to draw the line here, 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 and I'm just going to kind of round it out. Like that. Kind of give an idea. So it's a little more geometric here. I'm also taking them off the paper wherever I can. Actually, we'll take this guy over this way, and I'm going to take this guy down. Down here. Okay, there's that. Then have two little areas coming out like this. Here. Okay, there we go. Rounded edges. I've got a spot to start now. To start putting in some color. So there we go. First little bit. I think I'm gonna start with the mango first. So this color right here. Let's go ahead. That's actually yellow. I did not clean these the last time I used them. Ready. I'm using Cotman brushes today. I like these a lot, especially this guy. Right here, this nice number 6. These are my watercolor brushes. I find it was one of those when I did finally like jumped in and said, you know what, I'm not gonna be mixing my brushes back and forth. And it's not that I do a ton. I probably shouldn't have done that in this pan. I'll have to be careful over here. But oh my gosh, look at that color. Isn't that like the most gorgeous, vivid color? I love it. I love it. I love vivid color. It's exactly the color I pictured. Okay, I made the right choice. I was debating because in pan 2 there's a bright orange. And I was really debating using the bright orange. I want to keep a good wet edge here. I want it to be nice and solid, not streaky. Hey, Cara Marinas, welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today is a painting day. Just look at that bold color. Isn't that so beautiful? It's like, this is such a pretty color. Where we live, it's the gray season right now. Like everything outside is kind of bland. So seeing pops of color is always nice. There you go, a little water on the brush. Color here a little bit. I want this first layer to be pretty uniform. Also trying to make sure I get the pencil and go ahead and activate it. I don't want it necessarily bleeding into my cyan. Yeah, Saturday morning on my side of the world. Well, happy Saturday. Talking to us from the future. Ooh, whoa. Like I'm getting that little bit more pigment right there. Like that just went like full on mac and cheese. Like Kraft mac and cheese orange. It's so pretty. I'll tell my age here, but you know, the color mango mango also makes me think of, why must I be mango? The old SNL sketch. And I say that to my kids a lot when they like talk about mango, and they like have no clue for the context. Okay, so there's one leaf. It's kind of the idea of a leaf. There we go. Second one done. I think it is. I think these colors are so fun. I guess I said at the beginning, I love bright color. I totally agree with you, Kara, that it's looking good. I'm happy with my color choices. I got this fun little like mental picture last night in my head, like of these colors. And I was like, that's it. That's what we're doing tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-wet this just because it feels like it's drying a little faster than I would like. We're gonna wet on wet this guy. Keep me from getting. Realized I'm covering up my Twitch chat. If anybody's tweeting over chat. Oh, there was a Twitch chat here. Hi. Oh, nope, that was yesterday's. That's funny. It's still showing me yesterday's chat and the Twitch. If you want to see my full messy desk, basically, is what you're seeing right now if you're watching on Twitch, but including what I'm working on. I do stream on Twitch in full screen. In like the standard horizontal orientation at the same time. So you can pick what you want. I do not leave it up as a VOD over there though, because I use YouTube Music, and so it normally will flag it, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. Okay, there we go. There is color number 1. And now it's time to go over to the other pan, which is pan 2. I'm going to get that fuchsia. Now, again, I didn't clean this guy, but I do already have a fuchsia started because I use this fuchsia like crazy. I love the fuchsia. Just go ahead and get some fuchsia going right here. Again, such a pretty color. Go ahead and pre-wet my area. I should have gone all the way to the top. Need some paint in my brush. Just really flood this. Okay, there is that. One circle done. Oh, I just realized, I am so sorry. I would have moved that. I was not on frame very well. Let's flip this around here. Go ahead and work on this one right here, and then we'll go up to the top. Okay. Go ahead and flood this guy. Go. One more fuchsia. And how to do this guy right here. fuchsia all in. Clean my brush. Okay, now for the turquoise, which is that pan right there. Look at that really pretty, like chartreusey yellow, by the way, just want to point it out. Another really, really fun color. And this one, it is sherbet lemon. Kind of similar to like a green cadmium yellow. Right there, so a lot of fun. Now the whole background gets painted cyan. So not super, well, turquoise. It's gonna be a lot of painting. It's gonna be a lot of laying in, but it will get more interesting once all of these base colors are down. This is just kind of getting the basic layout for the whole thing done. And then get to go in and have the fun. So just FYI. Let's go ahead and get some. I'll get my pan ready here. Hey, color me a pink monkey. Welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Sadly not doing pink monkey, but I am making pink flowers. Mixing some turquoise right now because that's going to be the background. Get nice and wet. Okay, here we go. I get it wet back here with the paint starting my brush. It's funny when you start, it does look like an elementary school painting with this. Oh, I'm off camera. I thought I'd pulled it down. Sorry guys, sorry about that. Okay, I'm gonna sneak over here now. Let's keep this nice and wet. This is staying nice and wet over here. May have been better to do this with a flood brush, but I didn't feel like swapping my brush sets to get my flood brush out. Sneak down here now, come around the side. No, this is not a recording. I'm here. I am live painting this. Hi. I just have people, I'm live on multiple platforms. So I'm talking to people on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. So that's why you may not see it in the chat who I'm talking to where you are. No worries. I understand if you are just hopping in that you wouldn't have known that I have people not here or not where you are chatting with me. So make sure this is staying nice and wet over here. So I'm coming around. You're at the top of the category. Oh, wow. That's really funny that I'm at the top of the category because I'm not that big of a streamer, especially on Twitch. Most of my following's on YouTube. Fridays are the day I paint. Most of what I do is in color pencils, for those of you who are new here. This is kind of the intersection between the two. Okay, I hate YouTube Live. Oh. Yeah, I do long form videos as well. So you kind of have to use the platforms a little differently. I use my YouTube Lives for discoverability, for finding new viewers. Awesome. Yeah. I've been around for a little while. I started my channel. Hey, Shrubs. Shrubs has got a busy day at work today. So he's probably not going to be super chatty. A little pale over here. I want to add a little more color. There will be a lot more color added in here as it moves. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this area. Keep traveling, trying to keep my edge wet. Welcome in, Zachary. Apple Applesauce over on Twitch as well. We got a couple of people over on Twitch today. I am streaming on multiple platforms, so if you see me talking to somebody, you're like, they're not in my chat, that's why. Just to kind of let you know. I'm doing step 1 of my painting, which is basically for me, kind of the undercoat, lets me see where I'm going. And then it'll get way more exciting. Just saying, but your music's a little loud. Okay, we can take the music down. It's funny because haven't been changing my settings lately. Like, I literally do not change anything. And every day it's coming in differently. So I had 73 of my tasks to do and I came in. I've been doing them nonstop and now I'm down to 68. Woohoo! Dust on the paper. Try and get that off here. Okay. Almost done with the turquoise. Smoothing out the color here. I want this first layer to be fairly even and smooth. Again, I'm basically washing. There we go. And one little last section right here. This will be fast. Hey, Mama Bear. And that's this last little section right here. Okay. One little done, one step done. Now I have to let this dry. So literally my stream for a few minutes will be watching paint dry. So I will try to straighten my desk up a little bit, but a lot of this stuff I'm gonna still be using for a little while. So at least try to put away a couple of the things that I've got out. My desk it gets messy. Okay, put these away. Okay, there is those things. Oh, my swatch sheet fell off. Go ahead and I can talk about that again real quick. Shameless plug. If you like swatch charts, I have a bunch over in the Etsy shop, including for Derwent Inktense pencils. All the sets right there. Links in the YouTube description, but I'm at Grace and Lottie's everywhere. So you can find Grace and Lottie's. For the shop, It is font matched and layout matched to my other swatch charts, so your swatch charts all look nice and pretty together. As well, it's got a spot for the dry and the wet. Recommend printing it on watercolor paper just to kind of make sure that it will take the wet medium pretty well. You don't want to like get a bad surprise with your wet mediums. So, next step. This is where I have to think how I want to do this. I think we're gonna go in with some ink. Now my ink that I'm gonna be using when it dries does not bleed. Like I'm gonna be using, like it is on there. So by doing some inking next, and it won't be all the inking, but it's gonna be laying out where everything's going. By going back over, I'm not gonna cover it up a whole lot with my, my paints, because last time I did this, guys, because I was using acrylics and I did it in a different order. Today, this is the order I think it's gonna make the most sense in, to do it this way. Or I could marker it, which marker also works, or just use the Inktense pencils themselves. I'm thinking. I think I might just use the pencils. I don't think I wanna go in with the ink just yet. So, let's get out the pencils I'm going to be using to kind of help lay out. So sea blue is what I'm going to be using, and teal blue on top of that cyan. Kind of some interesting colors there to get 2 layers of color. So let's get sea blue out and teal green, fortunately right next to each other. So I've got those 2 guys. This is going to create some interest in the background. Then all I have to do is get my fuchsia right there. The other question, and I kind of thought about this to like live on the wild side, was to actually use like the violet to do some shadowing on it. We may come back with the violet. I've like kind of gone back and forth with using that and how I think that may be fun on here. I may even use it instead of the ink, but I don't know. I may change my mind. It's the beauty of this. This is my painting. I make it what I want, right? Just like you can do that for your paintings. Make it what you want, use what you want. Okay, I think this is dry enough. So what I need to do is I want to lay in, I think, this one. And I don't want it perfectly centered. I'm gonna sharpen this just a teeny bit. Sharpener. There's the sharpener. I'm gonna have that. And I don't want them centered. So if you're like, that was like way wonky, I like wonky. Wonky is what keeps it interesting. Now I'm going to go in with another smaller one, but I'm going to get my smaller circle tool. Okay. Again, wonky is our friend. There we go. Next step. kind of dividing it into petals. Okay, there we go with that. So there's those done. Next, basically for the tangerine here, for the leaves, just want to kind of create shapes again. There we go. That. I'll rotate here just so I have a better hand. That, and one down here. Do I go off the page here, or do I leave it? We let it go off the, we don't, we kind of break that. There we go. It's going off the page, but it's not going off the page. There we go. Some fun there. Now to create shapes in the background. I'm going to use the sea blue to do this, even though they're going to kind of alternate, so I have to really think about how I'm laying these in. Hold on real quick. Gotta check something over in Etsy. Awesome. Okay, done checking that. Okay, so here's where I've got to decide if I'm gonna do like lines in the background or swirls. Oh, I could do both. We could do both. Do we feel like being kind of crazy? I feel let's be crazy. I can create swirls in one color and then have lines in the background. That could be pretty fun. I think I like that. So let's create, we're gonna do the swirls in the teal. It's just gonna kind of come off like that. So there's that. Let's bring a swirl off this way. Underneath. Then try to figure out which way I want this one. There we go. Then, okay, so I have to think about now my orientation. Is it this way? It's this way. Okay, this is how I want it to kind of sit. Originally I did it this way, but I like it better this way. Okay. Do I want vertical lines or horizontal lines? Great, you're in my mind. Okay. I want... Getting a feeling for how I feel like this is sitting and what it's doing. Angled lines? I don't want angled. I'm not feeling angled on this. They're going to be all wonky anyway, and they're not going to be straight. So. I just went for something. There we go. I'm gonna sneak another line in here. There we go, just to kind of keep them a little more uniform. Okay, we have some lines. This is getting some direction now. It's gonna look very different when it's all done. I kind of know where it's going and like as every bit gets added to it, how it's gonna keep changing. So now I'm gonna start building color. It's going to be the same color in each area that it already is. It's just creating some depth. So by highlighting and shadowing areas, kind of creating some shapes in here. I will be using the pencils for this part. I've got a great amount of control with this. Let's go ahead and get the white all sharpened up. And this is where I debated before using the purple to kind of layer a little shadow, and I may pull it out. The nice thing is I can always kind of come back and add in more. So let's just start right here. I forgot this white doesn't do a whole lot. It is not very opaque. Okay, we're gonna change gears. I do have a white watercolor that does do a lot. So we're gonna pull it out. I'm gonna pull out my Mondelez set. They're gonna blend a little weird, but it'll be fine. Right here, this white will actually do something. Where does the white pan? We can test the white pan. Let's try the white pan first. No, not really anything. Okay. work, whites. Okay. This is not doing what I want it to do. Just gonna have to shadow, shadow, shadow. There. And hope for the best. Actually, I need to do all of them before I start, because it will bleed. It's been a while since I used this, and I'm so used to cheating with white acrylic. Another thing that I've learned I can do on this is go in with a white Prismacolor pencil at the end and add it in on top. Oh, the dog just chirped in her sleep. So I'm gonna wait on that outer. And then I go ahead and do it anyway. Really dark here now. When I come back with the, and then it shows up. let's activate all this. Zoom in here, you guys. Okay, so now we got like a little bit of shading in there going on. Keeping it up. And now the middle here. There we go. Some basic color down now. With some shaping. It's starting to come together. Okay, now move on to the next flower bit. This is right here. Gonna repeat the same process. Actually, I'm gonna take a quick break and get some warm coffee because my coffee's gotten cold. So I will be right back before we start the next little flower. Okay, so you're feeling ice cream, Shrubs? Shrubs says, for some reason, I'm feeling like ice cream now. That's really funny. Oh, Fisher Price dance people. That's interesting. I did not see that. Now I probably will not be able to unsee it. Sorry, not sorry. Make this line a little bit deeper here so that way I don't lose it. Could do it in regular pencil. That would probably be the smart thing to do. I do have an outliner. This comes with a little outliner. We will actually use it. This is going to be crazy. I have never used this in my set. So real quick, I'm going to go down here and use it down here where I'm going to be doing black lines. I don't lose them. I guess I could have done this in the game, but this helps me also see my colors, especially down here where I needed to kind of decide where the colors are going to go. Also, if I'm not 100% sold on it, I can always come in when I'm laying it out. But now we'll use this. I've never used this pencil before, other than to say, okay, this exists. Go ahead and do this guy over here too real quick while I'm at it. There we go. That will work. I used something new today. Sonata. Just kind of trying to add like just the lightest little bit here. Okay, now let's wet it. See how this goes. Fast there. I'm just making a mess now. I have a plan to fix it. Basically what I'm trying to do now, use the water to remove some color in some areas. Now, this work. If not, we always have the white Prismacolor at the end. And it can do wonders. Okay, that one ended up a little bit of a mess. It'll be okay. It will be okay. I just fix it. I wish I do not have a set of Derwent pencils. I think that would be nice here to be able to just kind of come in with those maybe too. Yeah, I don't know if they're color matched. I bet they are. And so then that way I would have the exact shades. My Mondeluzes are color matched to my Koh-i-Noors, which is the reason why I use them a lot, just because I know the colors are matched and I can come in and be like, oh yeah, this color, this color. And I have the full 72 set, so they go back and forth really nicely. Now to work on this one, I'm gonna flip around, go upside down here for a minute. It's really gonna make the other one look like an ice cream cone mama bear. I may have ordered something today. Oh, yeah, I know what Shrubs ordered. Shrubs ordered my Valentine's present, and I know what it is. I picked it up because there were a couple of options. He found the basic idea. I'm excited. I'm so excited. It is nothing like grand. Like, don't think that it's like, you know, it's nothing huge or anything. It's actually small, and I love that. But it's like the perfect thing. So Shrubs knows I adore Bob's Burgers. That's why he put a burger emoji after that. And it has something to do with that. It's one of my favorite shows on TV. I may watch it every single day with dinner. And that's something that I started back in the pandemic, was watching Bob's Burgers. So millions of dollars. Shows us being silly. You know what? The other one bled really bad. I did not put the white in the middle. That is where I messed up. So the white is doing something, even though it's hard to see. We'll do the white this time. Yeah, the other one did not turn out as well as the first one. I can go back and add in. I think that's part of the issue, is it needs a little more pencil. Oh, I didn't do the middle. It's funny how much it's the difference. Like I know what a white blend should look like, and it's like, this doesn't do that. And so it feels a little weird when it doesn't do it. There we go. Okay. Hopefully this take will go a little bit better than the last one. Here's hoping. Okay, get the brush wet. Ah, too much water. Too much water. Okay, there's that. I'm gonna come back in now and add a little bit more color from where I removed quite a bit off of this, trying because it was getting so muddy. So just adding a little bit. Paper's a little wet. So it's activating the pencil a little as I come through. I'm trying to keep my hand out of the other page. Okay. There we go. That put some dimension back in there. Next, we move to the orange. Go to the top because that one's the most dry. There we go. Tangerine time. Tangerine. I know my singing on top of a song that's not the same song probably sounded great there. You're welcome. I'm going to add in my lines here that will be in the pigment pen. Perfect, but it'll be fine. So I think what I want to do is, rather than doing a lot with this, I want to like make it, each section gets the color changes a little bit. So right in here, it's really dark. Like, it kind of will be 3 shades. That's my idea. Doing something a little different here. We'll start in the darkest area and work our way out. I feel like there's not a huge difference between that one and the next one. There to be a noticeable difference between them. So there we go. That one was a lot easier. Doing the concentric thing there. I like that. Okay, drink a coffee. We'll move to the next one really fast. How wet my paper towel is getting. I'm going to rotate it. Like, oh my, it is like sopping wet. Okay, so this one's just got 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's do the outline here real quick. I am not even on camera. There we go. Sorry, guys. At least I caught it pretty early that time. Those are way more defined, only having 3. And then over here, oh, outline first. Oh, stink. I got my hand. A little bit of the ink. There we go. There we go. There it goes. Love that bright orange. The tangerine with the mango I think is really fun. Like, I think they're natural kind of a pairing, personally. There we go. There's that guy all done. Now we're gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna go ahead and outline our swirls. Let's zoom out while I do this. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna kind of create little lines here. Okay, there's that one. And now down here. Boom. Boom. Okay. There are those now. Time to play with the beautiful teal green. Okay, now to add some white. And time for the brush. This is gonna make a huge change just because this is really changing the tint by adding this green, this teal green on top of the turquoise. And the other one being the blue shade, using the sea blue, it'll be a big shift. But having the same base shade underneath of them will, hopefully my idea is that it sets them up to be like the background shades. Like I want them to both kind of be in a similar area. That is my idea, color-wise. Okay, so there's the first little bit of teal. Now for the second little bit of teal, right over here. You know, somebody's got a loud trailer outside driving by. Boom, boom, boom. Your hand in the wet paint. Okay, now to wet this up. Okay. Next section down here. Just out a little bit. Or I could just turn it sideways. That would be right to the desk here a little bit. There we go. That's got it in frame. Extract the teal green. Excuse me. Okay, now to wet this, and this will have the teal green done. There we go. There's the last teal green. Now I think because the blue is going to be such background, I don't need to worry so much about detail there. This last bit where I'm going to do the sea blue, I think I'm just going to like make it stripes where like one is darker, one is lighter, alternating. So in other words, we'll do like this. Then we'll do this. This will also help with the continuity in the background too, so you can see the pathway these are taking as they go underneath everything. Didn't really do a line back here. Let's add a line in here to kind of create a little interest, because this is kind of hard to see. There we go. There we go. That'll create a little bit of interest here. I'm gonna add a little more. This one here. There we go. Now to just wet this, and that'll have it done for today, because I'll need to let this sit. I've got a lot of water in this paper right now, and for the next steps, I really don't want to have that much water, so this is going to be the last step today. Promise it looks like a mess right now. It won't. After I go with the pigment pens, it will look so, it'll like make so much more sense. It'll be like, oh, that's what's going on there. That's that part. more stripes. Actually, I'm gonna turn sideways so I can do this. I can zoom in a little bit that way. Too far. There we go. This is kind of fun knowing how much of a mess it looks right now. And how neat it will look once all the pigments added, the pigment pen. Next week I want to use my Rapidograph. I've been working on those in the background. I have of them are doing great. I've got 2 that I need to get new tips for. And I still have 2 that I haven't even worked on yet. But I'm wanting to get closer to when I need them because I don't want these guys because they're ones that the tiny ones that don't go through ink very quickly, so I don't want ink sitting in them until I'm ready to use them. So I don't know. It may be one of those that I get ready to go sit down to use it. It's like, oh, that pen's not working. Last stripe. It's looking pretty good. That's got the last stripe done. I'm gonna work this one a little bit more here. There we go. Okay. Just gonna turn it here. You guys can see the most of it. This is where it's gonna end today. Next week, once this will sit all week, I will not be touching it again. Normally, I'll do a little bit of fun stuff once I get off stream, so it's a fun little short to show you the next part. This is gonna rest now because it's pretty wet. I don't wanna create issues for it. So I don't know what today's short's gonna be. I'm gonna have to come up with something. So anyway, that is it for today. There'll be a long form tomorrow with the Faber-Castell, swatching those. So that will be coming tomorrow. It'll be like the real time. So you guys can just it's a fun, relaxing video. I do have a review video that will be done soon with the Shuttle Arts. So be watching for that as well. But that's finishing it up for today. I've enjoyed getting to hang out with you. I hope you've enjoyed getting to hang out too. And I will see you next week, next Wednesday for the next stream. Bye.